Okay, hello everybody. This is MoveEasy Yoga with Via, and today is April 24th, 2021. We're going to start in the ordinary fashion, just lying on your back, bringing every part of you into the room, just watching your breath. Breathing in and out. If you'd like to, you can imagine the pituitary gland, which is just behind the eye sockets and down a little bit. It's a very quiet place to reside. I am a student of my body and my breath. I am curious and aware. Two more breaths. And now we'll start with vagus nerve reset. Bringing your hands behind your head, or you can do this with the set of therapy balls behind your head. But whatever you have, you're going to press the back of the base of the skull into the floor. And the skull will slide away from the shoulders. The chin will drop. Stay here for a couple breaths.
Are we doing head wrenching or vagus nerve reset?
Whoops, vagus nerve, sorry. I got mixed up. I skipped vagus nerve. Okay, let's do vagus nerve starting. Thank you for interrupting me, Kathy. Okay, let's do vagus nerve. So you're going to be here and you're not going to move anything but your eyeballs. And you're going to move your eyeballs to the right. And then waiting for a sigh, swallow, yawn, or gulp. And come on back. And eyeballs to the left. Yawn, sigh, swallow, or gulp. Return your eyeballs to the center. And then two more sets, right, left, without my cueing. And now get ready for head ramping again. Now, head ramping. And this time, same thing as I started before, just pressing your back of your skull, base of your skull into the floor. And maintaining that for a little bit. You still may get some yawning. And you're releasing and then continuing to ramp and then release. And do one more. And now let's go to the breathing, the breath work segment of the introduction. We're going to do extended exhale breathing. We're just lying on your back, arms beside your hips, palms up. And you're going to make your exhale longer than your inhale. So you can count your inhale and then just count your exhale and make it longer than the inhale. Someday you may be, a goal could be to make it twice the length of the inhale. But you may not be able to get there today. Do 2 more extended exhale breaths. And now we'll do hypopressives. Let's start with the basic, original hypopressive. Knees are bent, heels are on the mat, and the toes are up toward the ceiling, dorsiflexed. Arms hugging a tree over your chest. And then flip the palms and press the palms toward the ceiling and press your shoulders down into the floor, the scapula. So activating the arms, 3 breaths, and then we'll hold the breath out, the inhale out, no inhale, no breath for 15. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, Exhale. Inhale. Exhale all the way out. Hold your breath out. No breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stay as long as you can. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Inhale and exhale. Extend your legs along the mat. Cross your right ankle over your left. Bring your hands up above you like you're hugging a tree again. And then stacking palms opposite. So right leg is high, then the left hand is high. And then bring your arms overhead. 3 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. All the way out. Hold your breath out, no breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Inhale and exhale. Arms come down, switch legs. You can bring your arms back up. Right hand is on top. Bring your arms overhead. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale all the way out. No breath. Hold your breath out. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Inhale, exhale. Hypopressives are done. Come up to seated. We're going to do this just because it's an extension of pelvic floor work. Just sit on your sponge ball in a cross-legged position. I'm going to get my ball and do it with you. So the sponge ball is under the butt, at the bottom of the pelvic, the middle of the pelvis. Your legs are crossed. And what I want you to do is on your inhale, imagine that you may feel it, that you're pulling up the sponge ball into your pelvic floor. So into your anus, or just however that feels to you, just pull up the ball and the breath. You're making a contraction, you're holding the contraction, and then releasing it. So do that, let's do that 5 more times. Inhale, pulling the ball up into the body. And then you can breathe here, or you can hold the contraction. And then exhale and come out. And another one. Hold it for a while, and then whenever you need to, just release it, or wherever it feels right. This is just a contraction and a release. Contracting on the inhale, holding, and then releasing. Two more. One more. And now find your way onto your back. We're going to do some basic hip work. And then we'll do the leg stretches, the 3 leg stretches after that. Just lying on your back with your knees bent. And just basic knee lifts. So this means that you're going to lift your leg on the right, knee is bent, and then tap it down. So tap the toes. Try to keep a 90-degree angle throughout. Up you go and down you go, and keep the 90-degree angle. So you're not really dropping, you're not dropping the foreleg, you're moving at the hip, and then the knee stays at the same angle. So Kathy, it looks, well, I'm not sure, but I want to cue this. So make sure that you're not dropping the foot so much as you're dropping at the hip. Up. Now make the movement. Okay. I think that's better. But maybe I may be imagining things because it's really hard on Zoom to tell.
It's hard when it's a black, yeah.
But just keep the 90-degree angle at the hip and the knee, but you're just moving the angle. You're actually increasing it's an extension or opening the angle at the hip. You should feel some core work here. Switch sides. Knee lifts on the left. The knee stays at a 90-degree angle. The hip opens up, extension at the hip angle. And come on back, finish that. And now keep your knees bent and drop your right knee out to the right. Try to keep the left hip on the floor. And then bring it back. You add breath to this. So inhale to prepare, and then exhale, drop. Let's stay on the right side, actually, on this one, just for fun. You can either do it alternating, or you can do 5 on one side and 5 on the other. It doesn't, in your own home practice. So we're doing alternating or repeating. Do one more on the right and then switch to the other side and do about 6 on the left. So keep your hips on the floor, both hips. Don't go too far out if it requires lifting. If the dropping on the left requires lifting the hip. You want to keep both sits bones on the floor, even. I think that's about 6. Now make sure you have enough room overhead to have your arms come overhead. And bring your legs. These are dead bug variations. That's what I would call them. So dead bug is actually a very common yoga pose, fairly common. And so you're going to bring your knees up into tabletop. So bring the knees now, keep them there and until you tap down. So there will be a tap, and then your arms are straight up toward the ceiling.
Oh, toward the ceiling.
Feel and palms facing each other. Feel the core work just already here. Feel it. And now I just want you to take alternating arms. Keep the legs up on tabletop. The arms go overhead. One arm and then the other, alternating arms. 6 times, 6 sets. Up. Yep, good. Feel the core working while you're doing this. And keep the hips on the floor. And when you're finished, Kathy, stop and bring your legs down. I've lost track of count here. And bring your legs down, just rest for a minute, because now we're going to do legs only and keep the arms up. So we're going to do alternating legs. Bring your knees up into tabletop. Arms just stay straight up toward the ceiling. Now you're just going to come down, tap, and then alternating. And about 6 of these. Feel the abdominals working. We're going to go into later, after we finish this, we're going to use both arms and legs, unless you can't do that. And then you choose to come back to either alternating arms or alternating legs. Now, just rest, because I know it's hard on my hip flexors to keep my legs up in tabletop that long. Now, we're going to come back to that same position. And legs are up in tabletop. This time, you're going to alternate. So right arm goes down and left leg.
Oh.
And now come back. Left arm, right leg. And this is the true dead bug. Keep going. Cross patterning.
Coordination.
No, you should be cross your right leg and your left arm.
No, I'm having trouble coordinating.
Okay, so it's all right leg, left arm, left leg, right arm.
Yeah.
Better. Yeah, that's harder to get. I'm confused also. But just remember, it's opposites. This is a little like bird dog, right? Only you're on the back. And just finish up. And let me check now I know to check my menu, because otherwise I might forget something. Now we're going to do supine basic hips with the leg stretches. So get your strap and you're going to be on, one of your legs is going to be on the wall. I like this version. You can do it without, but I like this version. It helps you. The leg that's against the wall is helping you to keep your hip on that side, even on the floor. So I gotta go get my strap. Where did I put it? Starting with the right leg up, leg stretch 1, right leg is up. Left leg, feet pointed, toes pointed toward the ceiling. And we're going to time this for 40 seconds because it's a bone building pose. You're going to get a little more than 40 seconds first time out. So press your left foot into the wall. Feel how that helps you to hold both hips evenly. If you want to, you can pull on your foot a little bit and bring it a little closer to your nose. You'll feel the back of your knee or your hamstring there if you do that. And just staying here and breathing, and this releases the lower back. This is a pose that does a lot of good for you. It's also good for insomnia, Diana. Come on back and just take put your straps in your right hand. Keep pressing the left leg into the wall and drop your leg out to the right. Your right leg out to the right. You can put your left hand out in a T to help you. You want to do everything you can to keep your left hip on the floor. You may not go down as far as Kathy. Come on back. And this time, you're going to switch and bring your leg. You're going to come to a side lying position. Your left foot is going to be the side of the foot. The outside edge of the foot is going to be along the floor. Toes are pointing across your body, right to the left. Your toes are going to be out to the left, Kathy, all the way onto the floor. Your toes, the side of your foot is on the floor. You're coming over. Your hip comes all the way over across your body. And you can also bring the whole right side of your body can come up in the air to allow the right leg to cross over to the floor or a brick. And if you want to, you can open. So your right shoulder can be either still flat on the floor or it can be up higher. So either way, it adds a chest opener on the right if you want to keep your chest down. But your hips definitely up, stacked, and the leg out to the side. Leg stretch number 3. Okay. Come on back. And switch sides. So remember, the right foot is pressed into the wall. It's working too. The strap is around kind of the middle of the foot. And then just pull on both sides of the strap. Leg stretch 1. And just breathing and enjoying all the benefits of this pose. Keep your shoulders on the floor. Now, put both ends of the strap in your left hand. Press your right foot into the wall. Drop your leg out to the left. Leg stretch 2. Don't go, if you have to lift if your right hip lifts up, then you've gone too far. You need to cinch it in a bit. And now leg stretch 3, bring your leg back up and over. And the foot that's on the wall turns all the way so the outside edge of the foot is on the floor. Your shoulder, your left shoulder can be up, stacked, or stretching out for chest opener. It doesn't matter. But the hips are stacked sideline. Leg stretch 3. Press your right foot into the wall. As if you're standing on it. And come on back. That's all of the leg stretches, the leg stretch series. Come on up to a floor seated position. We're going to do a side bend along the mat. You're sitting in a cross-legged position. You could sit in some other symmetrical floor. You could sit on your heels, for instance. Right leg, right arm, around, along the mat. Left arm up and over. And just stay here and breathe. So imagine that the left side of your body is actually creating a C and going to the left, and your right side of your body is going to the right. And go ahead and bring your elbow forward and find another stretch along the back of your armpit. Come on up, elbow first, then the torso and the other side. Left hand along the mat, right arm up and over. And breathing, and remember the right side of your body is pushing towards the right, the left side is crunching towards the left. It's a C curve. And go ahead and bring your left elbow forward. Breathing and enjoying this fundamental movement. Elbow up, torso up. Let's do a spinal rotation. You can switch the cross of your legs. Left hand on the right knee. Take your right arm behind you with spider fingers. Create a rotation, a spinal rotation to the right. And once you've found that and are maintaining that, go ahead and, if you want, optional, slide the rib cage left to right without using the trapezius, the upper trapezius. And slowly untangle, unravel yourself. Go to the other side. Right hand on left knee, left hand behind you, spider fingers, finding a rotation, spinal rotation to the left, thoracic spinal rotation. And then adding, if you'd like, a rib cage slide. Try not to use your shoulders, your upper trapezius, just the rib cage. And then untangle, come on back. Switch your legs again. We're going to do a lower trapezius. So there's the upper trapezius, which is along the top of the shoulders, along the neck, side of the neck and top of the shoulders. And then the trapezius is kind of a triangle, comes all the way down to your lumbar. So lower trapezius, and then there's mid traps. So upper traps, mid traps, and then lower traps. We're going to try to strengthen the lower traps by depressing the scapula and then moving it actually towards the other opposite hip pocket. So sitting tall, depressing the scapula. So you're just going to bring your right scapula down and then imagine that it's moving a little bit towards the left hip pocket. Depression of the right scapula. Holding for a while and then releasing. And we're going to do 5 more of those. So depressing the right scapula down. And then imagining that you're moving it a little bit towards the left hip pocket. And stay and breathe. You can feel this. You ought to be able to feel this. This is a place we don't get to very often, so we have to be very specific in our movements to get here. And release and do it again. I suppose this is one you could alternate also instead of doing repetitions on one side. And release. 3 more. Depress. Imagine going towards the opposite hip pocket. And hold. And release. 2 more. Depress the scapula on the right. And then imagine you're moving it a little bit, the bottom of the tip of the scapula, a little bit towards the opposite hip pocket. Hold. And release. Okay, you can wiggle a little bit, maybe shrug. A shrug is an elevation of the scapula or scapulae. Did you feel that, Kathy?
I did. My computer's telling me something. Oh, never mind.
Okay,
Yes, I did.
good. And sit tall. Depress the left scapula, and then imagine that you're moving it a little bit, the tip of the scapula a little bit towards the opposite hip pocket. You should be breathing all along in all of your practices, actually all of your practice. Hold it and then keep breathing and then release it. We'll do 5 more. Depress the left scapula. Move the tip of the scapula towards the opposite hip pocket. Hold and breathe. And let go. Number 3, depress. Move towards the opposite hip pocket. Move the tip of the scapula towards the opposite hip pocket. Stay here and breathe. And release. Number 4. Depress. Move right. Move towards the opposite hip pocket. Hold, breathe. And come back. Number 5. Depress. Move towards opposite hip pocket. Hold. And release. Last one. Depress. Move the tip of the scapula, the bottom tip of the scapula towards the right hip pocket. Stay here. This should be, you should feel this working. And then come on out of it. Now let's come up to standing for back bend at the wall and a few other standing exercises. Standing with your back to the wall. We're going to do the back bend chest opener, back extension and chest opener. So standing a little bit away from the wall with your feet straight in front of you, toes directly in front of the heel. And bring your arms up and overhead. And put your palms or your fingertips on the wall. And we're going to time this. It's a back building pose. I mean, a bone building pose. Well, it does actually build at the upper back as well. Just stay here and breathe. If you don't like this pose, you can do it seated in a chair and just create an open chested position with your hands behind your back, behind and down, holding onto the bottom edge of the chair. Still a chest opener. Come on out of that and we'll do a spine twist at the wall. Right shoulder, starting with the right shoulder first. Right shoulder at the wall, right leg forward, left leg back. Bend your elbows and rotate your spine, your thoracic spine, letting your arms help you do that. You might want to put your feet closer to the wall. Maybe, Kathy. Was that you?
Yeah, that was me. Sorry, that was a call.
Well, let's let Kathy figure out her call, and then we'll go back to this.
Sorry.
I'll start counting again another time.
Okay, I didn't know that would do that. Goodness.
That happens to me sometimes. I'm surprised by some sort of notification setting that I set up, but I didn't realize it would interrupt my Zoom or my this or my.
Yeah, I've never had that happen before, so I'm not sure how to get back. Hold on.
If you guys want to do something while Kathy is sorting this out, you can do another back bend at the wall.
Oh, shoot. This is click open. Sorry, I'm stuck.
Okay, I'm going to lead you through while Kathy does this. I'm going to lead you through
Sorry.
this. That's all right. That's all right. So we're going to do a side bend at the wall. Anyone want to volunteer to be a spotlight? Hey, Diana, how about you? Where are you? Oh, your wall may not, will you be the spotlight, Diana? You have to, yeah, we have to be able to see your wall. That's the hitch. You have to become a producer and not just a student. Okay, good. So Diana's going to put her shoulder on the wall, her right shoulder against the wall, and right foot forward and left foot behind. Bend her elbows and rotate her chest to the right. And stay there and breathe for 40 seconds. Just let your arms create the structure and also actually maybe improve the twist.
Okay, just so you know, Via, I think I got it.
Okay, let's finish up on the other side, Diana. So come on out, unravel, and everybody, unravel. Now the left shoulder is on the wall, at the wall, left foot forward, right foot back, and then bend your elbows and rotate your arms to create. So, the hips are staying forward. That's the twist. So the spine is rotating, thoracic spine is rotating left using the wall and the hands, but the headlights or the hips stay forward. Okay, let's stop that, unwind. I'm going to remove Diana's spotlight. Thank you very much, Diana.
Thank you.
And I'm going to spotlight Kathy, and we're going to do, what shall we do? We're running out of time. Let's do balancing on one foot. So find a wall or a chair or something safe spot, safe, so you can be spotted by your wall or whatever you're doing. And standing in good posture, feet forward. You're going to come up, start with the right foot up. So the left foot is the standing leg, the right foot is bend your knee and come on up. And stay here. We're going to stay here for 40 seconds. You can use your wall or your chair if you need to. Feel this is ankle work. This is balancing work. This is also building bone density at the femur. And come on back and switch sides. Left knee up. And just staying here for 40 seconds. The ankle will wobble. Your arms may wiggle. Come on back. Come down to the floor to a prone position. We're going to do a prone back extension and a little bit of posture of arm work. If we can, we'll add that to the back extension. So find your way onto your mat. My pubic bone is very prominent and also hokey, so I have to put a blanket underneath my pubic bone when I'm lying on the floor like this. And you might have to too. We're going to do the Pilates back extension, and then we'll, if we have time, we'll add something to it. Maybe not, though. Maybe we won't have time. Okay, starting with your head down, everything, the palms are facing up. Your arms are beside your hips. Take an inhale to prepare and an exhale, and just lift your head, your arms, and your chest. And stay here for a while. We're going to stay for about 20 seconds. If you'd like to, you can lift your chest up just a little higher. Breathing. Strong upper back. And then take an inhale and then an exhale and come on down. We're going to go up again. This time we're going to go into airplane. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, come on up. Arms, chest, and head. Remember, your head is in a head ramping position. Chin's tucked a little bit. Take an inhale and then exhale. The arms come out to the side, airplane. And just stay here and breathe. And if you'd like to, you can lift your chest up a little higher. Drop your chin a little bit so that you can feel that the spine, the cervical spine is in line with the thoracic spine, is in line with the lumbar spine. Take an inhale and come on down. Exhale. Bring your arms out on the floor to a T. Look to the right, lift your right leg up and over, across the body. And keeping your arms, armpits, chest on the floor, both sides. You can do anything you want with your hips and your legs. Maybe it's just a stretch behind you. This is designed to open up the upper back. Come on back. Go to the other side, look left. Left leg comes up and over and behind the opposite leg. Keep your armpits and your arms and your chest on the floor. And come on back. Find your way onto your back for Yoga Nidra 61-point guided meditation. Find a comfortable, warm situation for yourself. You can keep your knees bent, you can extend them, you can put your bent knees on a couch or a chair or a box. And we're going to start by observing the breath, breathing in and out, watching the abdomen as it rises and falls. And then bring your attention and awareness to the center of your eyebrows, center of your throat, right shoulder, elbow, wrist, right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, right wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, left shoulder, elbow, wrist, left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, left wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, spiritual heart center, right side of your chest, heart center, left side of your chest, heart center, navel center, center of your pelvis, right hip, knee, ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, left hip, knee, ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, left ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, navel center, heart center, center of your throat, center of your eyebrows. That completes the 61-point guided Yoga Nidra meditation. Go ahead and extend your legs and start to wiggle. You may want to extend your legs in one direction and your arms in the other, trying to create a little bit more space between your rib cage and your pelvis. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rotate your ankles and your wrists. Hug your right knee into your chest and your left. Hug both knees into your chest and rock from side to side. Rock your knees from side to side. And whenever you're ready, roll all the way over to the side into a fetal position using your bottom arm as a pillow. And your left hand, the palm of your left arm hand to bring yourself up to a seated position, a floor seated position. Unmute yourself. We're going to close the class with our standard closing. I'm going to start my video. I'm going to change my view to gallery. I don't think I can do that for everyone, but you can do that too. Bring your hands to your heart, everybody. Press the palms firmly together just to say hello again to the scapula and the shoulders, the deltoid. Maybe you'll feel your biceps, triceps. And then relax that. And then just lift the skull, the base of the skull up away from the shoulders so that you can nod forward, bow and nod. The skull comes forward, the spine stays straight. recognizing, acknowledging, and honoring the light in each of us. And knowing that we're all one light. One powerful light. We'll close the class by saying to each other, namaste.
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 Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.